All right, I'm going in blind on this one. AS407, melee expert in our community, said, try this out, bro. Trust, which I only do that from him. Triple crit damage, attack speed, crit rating bonus on the Spectral Blade. All right. And then the loadout is Assassin Sarah in the lead, stacking up your damage. Totally rocking out. Pretty standard battle beat. But you'll see something is amiss with bringing down the house. I, in my own memory, cannot think of a time where I've ever used this hero, but heavy attack eliminations have a high % chance to activate Totally Rockin' Out, giving you the normal bonus. Then we've got, I'm sorry, what is this over here? Increases sword heavy attack efficiency. What is going on? Rapid charge, energy? You can probably imagine. This is going to be a heavy attack spam build with Monster Smash in the build, just because getting health is nice. And he says, he assures me, with triple crit damage and a 15% chance to crit, I do not need to charge up the weapon. I can just lunge into the enemies. I don't know, man. We're going to see about that, but this sounds super fun. All right, no wafers necessary. Let's just lunge on in. He said the heavy attack is so strong that you can just get straight to... Holy crap. What on earth? What is this build? Wait, what about versus a Smasher? We got Totally Rockin' Out kind of active. Why does it do so much? And then once you run out of energy, he said, just attack normally. And it's so much damage. This is why I went in blind. I was like, this is probably going to be pretty good. I mean, Spectral Blade since launch, heavy attack has been really fun. And then for years, I don't know if y'all remember, but the heavy attack just kind of didn't work for like 2 years straight. I myself and many others kind of just forgot the heavy attack existed. I got used to never using it. In my opinion, I was like, well, if you're going to go forward and it's just going to give you a dead attack that doesn't do anything, then I'm going to get used to not using it. And AS, being a melee enthusiast, just went ahead and started using this someday. This is wild. What? This is so fun. This is like all the easy and quick damage you would want from a lazy build with the mobility that melees are usually lacking. So you get this crazy combination where you can see enemies far away, and then you can just go and get them like this. It's amazing. Then Power Pop Penny, bringing down the house, gives you this awesome combination where you're now getting Totally Rockin' Out activated from your eliminations. And if you get kills with your melee, you get the 7.5 energy in return, which is almost enough to refund it. One lunge is costing, it looks like that was 18, 25 down to 7. So you can get it back if you get 2.5 kills per, which is pretty doable. And then the last thing we need to do is go and get the energy pylon, because he said that helps a lot. Here, if I demonstrate, if we go from 100 and then we just lunge, 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 we'll have 10 remaining. That means we have 8 energy extra that we need in order to do another lunge. Well, what we can do is if we get the energy pylon for 20 more, that'll give 28 more, which is, I think, almost enough to get 2 lunges. Almost. If we can get a couple of kills in there with the 7.5 energy return, it's like that break point with like punching with Outlanders where 1 energy pylon, or was it phase shifting with the boom base?
It was, yeah, the Flash AC Blackout AR loadout. It was 6 dashes up to 8.
So that was like my favorite build where you could have 6 dashes and then you get the pylon and then it's up to 8. So I'm gonna go find this and get some more kills. I think that dog is having an interesting time. What the hell? Oh, it's a boar. Why are there 2 boars in the wall? Valve, please fix. Here, if I... There you go. There we are. Do I get the items? Oh, they do. Okay. Well, no, we don't. We just get teased. What the hell? All right, energy pylon is achieved. 120 energy should be a lot more mobility. Well, flexibility, but you know what I mean. All right, I don't want to go too crazy with the trapping, but as usual, you know, okay, that is not the plan, but as usual, I'm going to get enough traps down to activate Battle Beat consistently, as we will be getting extra Totally Rockin' Out activations, which is better healing, damage, crit rating, you know the drill. And I don't want to place too many just because you can't get drops from other people. You have to actually, you know, farm your own stuff now. So I guess I'll try and be efficient with my trapping. So I don't know how we're going to do versus Smashers, which is why I keep insisting on holding on to a pot shot of matching element. We were running water missions, so I think All right, we were running water, so I was using a nature one, but that will not be very effective in this mission at all. But I love this. You can see in the bottom left the energy. It's kind of covered by chat, but you get the idea. Just getting refilled endlessly. This is so good. I thought we would need like a heavy attack perk on this, but he's like, no, you're good, you're good. And the attack speed perk and the 6 perk of like 5 hits in a row crit rating. Oh, if you get, wait, so does the heavy attack stack up your crit chance? I actually have no idea. Like, what is this weapon showing on the sheet right now? 70%? Now, he is running boom base as well, but he said yes? Oh, so we're running around with a weapon that has a 455% crit damage bonus and a 70% peak-ish crit chance. That's crazy. That is... How high does it go? 68 on the low end. That's ridiculous. Now, attack speed isn't really doing much outside of, you know, swinging the normal attack perk. The heavy, not that. The non-heavy attack, the main attack. There we go. You know, speech 100, I got you. But it is helping in this moment. And I don't think there's anything else that can really go there. Maybe damage, but we're not exactly lacking this. This is a 250 power level mission, and we are just cleaving through everything. Almost thankfully, we have not seen any... That was an entire... propane. I'm sorry, butane in one swing. I have a Brit in my voice, channel. I've got to be careful. They'll get you. But look at that. 1 hit, 2 hits. So he said that it goes straight through Riot Husky. Thank you for the Prime sub, Dave. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to immortalize your Prime sub in a video, then do it right now, because I am recording. Yeah, he said the heavy attack goes, like, around the side and can go sort of through the Riot Husky, and that is what I am witnessing. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Where are the Mist monsters? Is it just easy mode right now? I mean, I'll take it, but yeah, wow. Discharger and the Atomizer. The community can't decide. Was that 900,000? Is that what I just saw? Wait, that must have crit. That was a 900,000 swing. Holy guacamole. It's really hard to see the damage number because I'm lunging constantly, but wow. That is so much. And of course, once Soy Rockonaut's active, it is an attack speed triple crit damage melee with a heavy attack. Oh, does Assassin Sarah, the 5 hits in a row count when you're lunging that much? It's all coming together now. I'm starting to get it. I am starting to get it. One-shotting a nurse. This is incredible. What a fun build. High speed, decent range melee that makes use of a weapon that nothing else could do this, because in my professional opinion, the Stouser, not the Stouser, this is the, what are we doing here? Spectral Blade is like kind of enduring a fall from grace. Like, the weapon is still as strong as it ever was, but Affliction on melees is stronger than ever before, and in my opinion, I've seen this, I've witnessed it, like, any melee that doesn't have Affliction is just worse than the others. Affliction is such a strong perk that I love it. The damage is incredible. However, there are 2 melees in the game that can lunge like this, and one of them is the Ravager, and it doesn't need any more help. So, the Spectral Blade is the only weapon in the entire game that can do this the same way. Because even the Ravager doesn't have the elemental coverage of being water in a fire zone. And you still need to jump with the Ravager in order to take advantage of the heavy attack, which is not a big deal. But yeah, I'm not saying the Ravager is like a worse pick for this build. It might be a better pick, but yeah, and he said no need to, this is what he's saying in my stream chat, no need to afflict if they're dead already, which honestly, fair enough. And that's something I was thinking about while I was saying that right over here, is that I'm very much team affliction, and I'll say that every day, but if you can kill them instantly, that's pretty good too. That's pretty good too. And I love it because this gives a very meta, viable use case for the Stormblade. And if, I'm sorry, I keep saying that, Spectral Blade. I get my melees mixed up, and it's been a while since I played regularly. It's been a few months, you know, but I'm back. And this is such a fun build because even if you're a non-melee player, this kind of addresses a lot of the limitations. Like, for me, range is a big deal. The fact that enemies can be so far away, they're basically out of reach, and you're constantly sprinting up to get them. In a recent video of mine, I showcased another AS407 build where he wanted me to use the Vacuum Tube Spear. That thing did incredible, and there's a correction to that video. I thought we were running boom base in that video, but nobody actually was, but not a big deal. The point is, that weapon was struggling because every time I didn't have an enemy in range, I had to sprint or walk up to that enemy, which is normal for any melee. By the way, I love going up and down like this. It's so good. I'm trying to think of a game where you go up and then you lunge and then you go to the next. Is this like Sonic? Is that what this is? Sonic Adventure 2? It was so nostalgic to me to be lunging forward like this and going towards an enemy, and then like ping-ponging between them. Yeah, Sonic Adventures 2, going through the air. Oh, when you're in ball form, that's bringing me all the way back. To those who don't know, Sonic Adventure 2, I believe, was the first game I ever played. Either that or Mario Party, we don't really know. But the point is, this is a build that could be accessible to somebody who's never actually used or enjoyed melees before. And I don't know that this is like a mini-boss killer, especially not a water one. I don't really have any elemental advantage here. But, you know, still doing okay. I mean, like, look at the top left. That damage is not bad. And we are working together as a team, so... You can see, oh, look at these smashers going down. I ran out of energy, but we can slowly regenerate some more here. Look at that, 700,000 damage. I mean, that's so much. That's so much. Discharger versus Smasher in 2025. Look at that damage. Like, it's so good. I mean, you're charging up triple attack speed. I'm sorry, attack speed, triple crit damage, which means even when you're not lunging around, you could still do a tremendous amount of consistent DPS. That is... such a flexible build. You're lunging around by default, and if you run out of energy, you can just go straight to standard damage. Because, I mean, we're doing like, I don't even know what it is, 400k on a 0.32 swing speed, and then that's increased with the Toy Rockin' Out, which means we're doing 400,000 damage at least 3.1 times per second, something like that. That's a bad math, but the basic gist is we're probably doing 1.3 or 1.4 million DPS with this weapon just by it hitting an enemy. Is that wrong? I feel like that's pretty close to what's happening. So, because the swing is 459, and that's happening, as you can see up here, 0.35, which is that's how many times it swings per second. And that number, if I back up real quick, is increased. So it's down to 0.3 with the swing speed. So 3 times per second, plus, yeah, so 3.3 repeating times 4.59 is a number I can probably put on the screen in the edit, but it's a lot. It's a lot. It is probably close to 1.4, 1.5 million DPS. That is a lot. So when you're not spamming heavy attack, you have all that extra damage, which is crazy. This has instantly catapulted to one of my favorite melee builds I've ever ran. I don't know if it's my new main. It's got a little too much going on. I run out of energy too much, but this is fun. I mean, look at that. 600k, 600k, 700k dead. That was a 250 power level smasher. We're treating it like a training dummy. That's crazy. That's wild. And it's non-stop action. I can note that sometimes I can read my chat if I'm recording these on stream, but this loadout has required so much of my attention that I don't even know what's going on. I don't know how these guys are reacting right now, and I just love it. This is cool. Thank you so much for the loadout suggestion. I have only ever ran the heavy attack build where it's like double heavy attack perks and you're spamming it just for movement. I never truly considered that it could be viable for actual damage. This is something else. I am very much enjoying this. I'm trying to get this one last kill, but without Toy Rockin' Out, it is really difficult. But regardless, wow. Thank you for the loadout. Thank you guys for watching. Channel members get early access to my videos if you guys want to see them early, but all my videos go for free eventually, so no need to subscribe if you don't, or become a member if you don't want to. I'll see you guys next one. Code Mista if you're buying stuff in the shop, and have a good rest of your day. Woo! Holy crap. I like that you're saying the Ravager is worse because the range is double. Like, you'd think that would be an advantage. And then...